Good afternoon, happy Saturday to all of your sunshiny faces, guys. I woke up early today, like I have most of the week, and we went to the grocery stores in the morning. Went to Valley Produce, Caputo's, and Aldi, and then we ended up going to Menards, GameStop, and Target as well. Pretty much not on the same trip. We dropped the groceries off and then came back, and then went back out. But guys, we got also a ton of projects done in the backyard today. We went to Menards. We ended up getting these cute little solar lamps that actually go on the top of the fence posts. So Jack's actually going to take the dogs outside right now, like for the last time before we go to bed. So I will actually show you that, along with we also ended up getting a motion censored light in the back, which we used to have one, but I think when our tree fell in the back on the garage, it ended up, what's it called, broke it, I think, or something like that, but it never really worked well. And the box, my dad actually had to move the box because it was too high up. So when the light was mounted there, it was like the sensor, I think, wasn't working or something like that. So my dad ended up moving the box lower, so now the light sits a little lower, so it actually works well. So my dad then also ended up filling in the hole as well, that from the old box. So that was actually all taken care of. Then in the flower bed today, I moved around a whole ton in the back of, there was a few things that I knew needed to be done in the back flower bed, with like old plants need to be moved around. There was one singular mum that ended up actually surviving, I think, and so but it was off center and it looked weird in the flower bed where it was like right on top of another plant. So I ended up moving it to a more open spot in that flower bed, right in front of, like right in the center, since again there's only one in front of the bush. Everything else is now symmetrical because I also, there's some, not bee balm, but I don't know what kind of flower it was, that was coming back, and from last year, and whatever I planted on the other side, which was a different type of plant, didn't end up coming back. And so there was more of it though, so I ended up splitting a little bit of it and moved it over there, so now that should come in as well. And then I think I told you guys too, we moved the clematis along with the trellis, and we're gonna probably get another vining plant to like mirror that space as well. So yeah guys, long story short, I got a lot of gardening stuff done in that flower bed, and I also dug up all of the old tulips that were in that bed, because we have random tulips that did make it, from all of our overgrown weeds and stuff like that, but because it's been so long, and like literally they're probably like 10 years old or older, and like I said, some of them have made it, some of them haven't, but they're just all now in random spots and stuff like that, and really weird and bizarre where they're planted, and they don't obviously fit in with a lot of this stuff that's coming in now. So my mom wanted to dig them all up and replant them somewhere where all of them will be all in the same place, along with probably some new ones like from next year as well. So I ended up digging up the ones that were in that back flower bed, along with I dug up one that was in, I think a squirrel got to it, and put it in our old vegetable garden before we took that out. So when my dad took it out, we dug up that bulb, and so I have that along with the ones from the back flower bed. And I think there was only one in the front flower bed. Other than that, I think that's all of them. And then I think there's something else too, some other type of spring flower that we do have, but it is dying down right now. The problem was that it was outside of the flower bed. The flower bed we rearranged the flower bed like space before. It used to go further out, and so the plant that was there used to be inside the flower bed. Now that it is, you know, we, like I said, moved that flower bed so it's a different shape. Now when it came back up this spring, because it wasn't there obviously like in the summer when we were planting, or moving that stuff around, so when it came back this spring, it was right in the middle of the grass. So we were like, we need to move this. So I still have to dig that one up, and like I said, I think there's one other tulip I know for sure that does need to be dug up. But we got that done. We also too, guys, my worms came today, so we got the compost bin in, and we also put up our greenhouse as well in the backyard, which my parents want to now move to behind the garage, and they also want to move the composter behind the garage. The only problem here is, guys, that I already started the compost because I needed to put the worms in there today, because they were supposed to be put in like right when we got them, and so yeah, I don't know how that's going to work, but yeah, you guys well, like I said, I'll probably go outside and show you guys, but it is a little bit like, it's pretty big, and it's a little bit of, like my parents were saying, a little bit like it's kind of noticeable, and it kind of stands out. It's not super eye-catching or appealing or anything like that. So I think behind the garage is a smart idea, but then we lose some of that space, and I think there's going to be wasted space back there, and so we don't really know what we should or what we could do. So yeah, guys, we have to figure out. Like I said, I'm really just frustrated about the compost right now. So yeah, like I said, Jack needs to take the dogs out, so I'll show you guys what a little briefness of what we kind of got done back there today. All right, go potty out there. The light, come on. You probably need shoes though, so you can go see Charlie behind the... So yeah, guys, that is the greenhouse right now. And again, it's kind of big, but I feel like when it gets put behind the garage, it's going to wind up taking up too much space. Like, yeah, I'm not sure. So yeah, this flower bed, I ended up, like I say, getting all that stuff done and taken care of today, and we moved the light box down, and like I said, we put all that stuff up out there. And then these little guys over here are the little lights that are on the light post. We just got these to actually see what they'd look like on here, and we really like them on the short one, so we'll probably get more for around the whole outside of the fence as well. They're solar powered too, so these ones are actually, just from having them like charged up today, are working really well. Charlie! Charles!
Charlie!
Hi, buddy! He's been very very curious about that back behind the greenhouse. Like I said, guys, I don't know. It's a little, like, it does stand out a little bit. It's a little noticeable. But the other thing too is that we have to do is that there's nothing on the ground inside of here. So instead of putting a because we can't get a lawnmower in there like when we have plants in there and stuff like that, so we have to make something for the ground, if it's pavers or like bricks or like something I don't know what Bliss is doing, you know, or like something that has to go in the bottom of that, or like a little deck thingy or something, like a floating deck. But yeah, like I said, something's got to be done. They're so cute. I love how well this light works too. You can see like the entire yard, like all the way over there is lit up. Not behind the garage, you guys can probably see there's that shadow, but everywhere else in the whole yard is all lit up, which is awesome. It like works so perfectly. And maybe this corner over here isn't so lit up. My camera also does really, really well in low light. But yeah, come on guys, are you ready to go inside yet? Everybody go to the bathroom. They are so cute. I love when they just are like on the other side of the yard. They look so big, or they look so little. Even Bliss too. So yeah guys, like I said, we still have several things and bugs, I guess, that need to be worked out as to like what's fitting and what's working and stuff like that. And like I said, you guys kind of notice it's kind of not an eyesore. It looks nice-ish, but it is kind of bigger than I was expecting it to be, so it does stand out, I think, a little bit more. And it's not like as tall, like I thought it was going to be a little bit taller. So yeah, but like I said, I like it. I like that we'll have the greenhouse. I like that it's actually put up. Really wasn't super difficult to put up. And we can honestly, all we have to do is just take the stakes out and move it pretty much all in one piece. We don't have to take it apart to move it. But again, we do have that. It's like, are we going to put it behind the garage? My only and biggest problem with putting it behind the garage is we will most likely get worse weeds back there. Because that is just where it's been overrun for so long. Whereas like where it is right now, there used to be an old playground there. That's where I used to have our jungle gym kind of thing. So there's like really, really old, like not tarp, but like the plastic down. So you guys can probably, or maybe have noticed that our yard has really nice green grass in most of it, but that section is almost all like either crabgrass or creeping Charlie or like stuff in there because the grass didn't take over very well, because that's, what's it called? The, plastic tarping was still down there. So although we have tried to add grass seed over the last like 2 years now, like this past year and last year as well, It hasn't taken very well because of all the stuff that is already like coming in there, and it takes over so quickly. Like the creeping Charlie will honestly take over within like a day. I mean, like I weed it out of the flower beds and it already starts coming back, like creeping into the what's it called, back into the flower beds, but like by the next day. So like I said, it's would be more manageable, and we might not get as many like weeds coming up. Now if we put it in the back, we will probably have a real big weed problem both around it right now if we don't get, like I said, some type of deck, pavers, something down, versus if we keep it where it is right now. And again, I do have the problem of I already started my compost behind, it's on the other side of the greenhouse between there and the fence. So I have that problem too. So I don't know what's going on. And like I said too, I don't know how much extra wasted space now is going to wind up like be behind or around or near that space behind the garage. I was thinking of doing like a bonfire, and my mom had a good idea of where we can move it and some of the other like landscaping ideas and stuff like that. We were kind of talking about it today. Some of the things that we were thinking about doing are now going to be changed, but I don't know, guys. I'm a little bit like, I don't know, I'm torn on the idea, and then also too the type of, I don't know, like I say, guys, I feel like there's gonna be, it's not big enough to take over that whole space behind the garage, and I don't know what else to put around it because we won't have enough space to do any flower beds around it. But we also like, I don't know guys, got some ideas flowing, but nothing yet is concrete. So like I said, we have to figure out a little bit more of what we're planning on doing. Like I said, I'm actually sort of warming up to this idea right now, but we'll see. I will let you guys know as the summer goes on what our plan is. We have to draw up like a plan and stuff like that actually for what we're planning on doing back there, but I feel like we actually got a lot of projects done today. There was a few more that we did have planned but didn't get to, so like I said, we can, I think it's supposed to thunderstorm tomorrow, so maybe not tomorrow, more inside projects. But like I said, guys, lots of stuff is getting done this week, which is awesome. We still have to get our vegetable garden in though, the other one, so we'll see though if the rain holds up tomorrow, because it was supposed to rain today. It was so sunny up until the point we were just finishing putting up the greenhouse, and then it started raining. I was like, oh well, we should we can get inside the greenhouse then at least, because it wasn't raining that bad, but it didn't rain that long either, so that was good. But like I said, it's supposed to thunderstorm, I think, and there's a high percentage for it thunderstorming for most of the day, so we'll see. I'll let you guys know though. But if you guys did enjoy today's vlog, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.